live on a damn um freaking Sunday night. I'm going to talk about the NFL here, man. I'm excited to talk about the NFL here on a damn Sunday night, man. All these damn games that happened tonight, man. Holy free holies, man. What a week it was, man. Holy free holies, man. Man, a lot of stuff that I thought that could happen ended up happening. I just didn't have the balls to go with it because I wanted to play the safe route. And I talked about a few things, if you remember, on Friday, and some of them ended up just happening exactly how I thought, man. Pendejo face for me for not trusting myself and going with the safe route. I kind of feel like a pussy tonight on a damn Sunday for not going with my instincts on Friday when I was doing my pick. No freehold. I mean, no Pinocchio. Anyways, let me load all this stuff and we can go over the NFL schedule here tonight on a Sunday. So the first game, obviously New England beats 27-14, beats Patriots. We know that on Thursday. Then we got Miami beating Washington 16-13 in overtime. Tua Tagovailoa barely defeats Mariota, but he beats them. Miami low-key winning a lot lately, but still obviously not going to make the playoffs. Mostly, yeah, they're not. Packers 27-20. I think Jordan Love got hurt in this game. He came back in though with a shoulder injury. And the Packers win at 27-20. I thought they were gonna maybe win a little bit more, but what it is, man. I think it was Jameis Winston at quarterback for the Giants. Texans at 16-13 barely beat the Titans. Texans have been surviving the last few weeks without CJ Stroud, winning with Davis Mills. They're now 2-0. I don't think they might have to play Davis Mills again on Thursday. I don't know, man. Carolina, man, they're so weird. Now they beat the Falcons 30-27. I think they also the Saints last week. I think they're like 6-5, I think, but it's a weird team, Carolina. I don't know about them. Chicago 19-17. I had to think they could win, but it was in Minnesota, so I ended up winning Minnesota. But Chicago once again pulls it out 19-17. Chicago continues to find ways to win games, man. I think they're like 7-3 or something. Jacksonville beats the hell out of Chargers 35-7, 35-6. I think this is the typical shit too that happens, right? When the West Coast plays in the East Coast at like freaking 1 o'clock, but it's only 10 o'clock in their minds and their bodies. Maybe the Chargers were just not mentally ready to play. Remember the Jaguars, they came back like 25 points on them in the playoffs years ago. It might be a mental thing too, where the Jaguars just feel like they're better than the Chargers. I don't know. That was kind of a fluky, but that was a butt whooping by the Jaguars to the Chargers. Bills 44-32 shootout. This was the defense couldn't do shit, man. None of the defense could do anything. Josh Allen was fantastic tonight. Baker tried to stay, keep up, but the defense was just trash tonight, man. And the Bills just do a little bit more and win it 44-32. Steelers 34-12 over Cincinnati. Aaron Rodgers apparently has a fractured hand. He's going to miss some time. So they're saying Mason Rudolph will be playing at quarterback for the Pittsburgh going forward, possibly. We don't know exactly how bad the hand injury is with Aaron Rodgers, though. We'll see. San Francisco 41-22. Brock Purdy back. Great game for him. Now, at the same time, nobody's talking about it, but Jacoby Brissett completed 47 passes in this game. The fact he completed 47 passes, I think out of 57, you still lost. Jesus Christ, man. Rams 21-19. I don't know how the hell this game was so close. I think Sam Darnold threw like 4 or 3 interceptions. The guy was horrendous. And this is another game, too. I was telling London Macaron, I'm like, I'm going to go with the Rams because I know it's a different team now. But remember what happened to Sam Darnold last year in the playoffs when he was with Minnesota, the way he got his ass kicked by Rams. And it kind of happened again tonight. Like I said, all those interceptions. But at the end, man, still find a way to put themselves in a position to kick a field goal and win and try to win the game. They ended up missing the kick, and the Rams survived 21-19. I couldn't believe how close the game was at the end. Holy free holies. The freaking Ravens 23-16 over Cleveland. I think Dylan Gabriel got hurt in this game. Shedeur Sanders got a chance to play. I'm not sure exactly how good he played. I didn't really watch, but 23-16 at the end, the Ravens found a way to win. The Ravens are winning a lot lately as well. We'll see if the Ravens can make the playoffs, man. They started 1-5. And then the freaking Eagles, man, 69 over the Detroit. And this is a game where I went with the safe route and picked Detroit to win. But I said if it's cold and Detroit does a lot of mistakes, they're gonna give the Eagles enough stuff to do something. And that's exactly what happened, man. Jared Goff really struggled tonight, man. He got hit a lot. Let me look at the stats in this game. Jared Goff, 14 out of 37. Only I'm surprised he threw for 255, one touchdown, one interception. But you had to sit there and watch the performance. It was horrendous by Jared Goff. He didn't have no time. This is probably the best Eagles game defensively they played all year. They were putting so much pressure on Jared Goff, man. They really were. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles continue to struggle offensively, though. Jalen completed 14 out of 28, 135 yards. Barkley, I don't know how the hell he does it, but with all the struggles, he still found a way to grind it out for 83 yards. AJ Brown did have a good game. Well, not really. He had 7 catches, but only 49 yards. Smith only one catch for 8 yards. The Eagles really are struggling with the with the offense, man. They're trying. They're trying, man, the best they can. The Philadelphia Eagles, man, they're trying, but they just, I don't know, man. I don't know if they just can't seem to put it together, man. But the defense carries them, man. The last 2 weeks, the defense has been carrying them. They carried them tonight. 16-9, they survive. But this defense, it's like a baseball hitter when he's in a funk. He's just swinging and missing, and he can't do anything. And he's super good, but for some reason he just can't hit. That's what the Eagles' offense is right now, man. It's much better it's so talented, and they just can't snap out of it. They're trying everything they can. They're running with Saquon. They're throwing it to AJ. They're throwing it to Smitty. They're having Jalen at times run, and they just, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to be able to snap out of it, but defensively they're getting carried. And like I said, Detroit, I think it was a combination of the cold weather and the Eagles defense that messed them up tonight. I will say this about Detroit. It's like a Drew Brees, Peyton Manning situation. If they have to play it on the road in the playoffs, I don't think they're winning, especially if they got to go to like Green Bay or Philadelphia. I don't think even Chicago, man. I don't know, man. I don't think they're gonna win, man. This is a much better home team. Maybe if they go to like LA, with the Rams, they have a better chance to win. But if they go to cold weathers like Green Bay, Philadelphia, Chicago, any of those places, I think they might be screwed, man. Terrible road team in the cold, man. Horrendous, man. Holy free holies. And then the final game, Denver 22-19 over Kansas City. And again, I went with Kansas City because of the experience in these type of games, big, huge, important games. But at the same time, I said, if Denver can keep it low scoring, and I literally said 21-19, they can win it. And they almost did it, 22-19, and that's how they win the game. Again, man, I ended up picking both the Detroit and the Kansas City, but I said, if the weather's a problem, I think Philadelphia can just find a way to win that game. And same thing, I said, if it's a low-scoring game, I think Denver can find a way to winning that game. And both of those stuff happened, and that's how Denver ended up winning 22-19. And then, like I said, Philadelphia, because of the cold weather and their defense, they ended up finding a way to win 16-9. It was ugly, but they figured it out. I think the Chiefs are now 5-5. I think Denver's like 8-2. It's unbelievable, man. Could it be a possibility this defense could take them all the way to the Super Bowl? We'll see, man. We'll see, man. Imagine a fucking Broncos Patriots. Here we go again, AFC Championship game all these years later after Tom and Peyton. Now we got freaking Bo Nix versus freaking Drake May. Holy free holies, man. It's just meant for Broncos and Patriots to dominate the AFC, man. I'm so apologize to the rest of the AFC, man. Holy free holies. Even the fucking Colts, right? Here we go again with the fucking Colts, right? All those years they dominated with Peyton Manning. But Jesus Christ, man. I don't know, man. Buffalo, this might be their year, but their defense is trash, man. Defense is trash, man. So I mean, you would think this would be the year for Buffalo, right? Being the fact that both Baltimore and Kansas City are not that good this year, you would think finally Buffalo could take advantage. But these other teams are much better defensively, man. Both the Patriots, the Broncos. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I would say in the NFC right now, the favorite would have to be the Rams, right? I think but the Eagles offense is just horrendous, man. It's horrendous. I think if they would have to play like a team like the Rams, it don't even matter if it's in LA or Philadelphia. I think the Rams would beat them right now because they're a much complete team. Other teams, maybe the Eagles can, with their defense, can find a way to survive, especially if they're playing in Philadelphia. But if I think the Rams might be the team that could beat Philadelphia. And like I said, what are we looking at here? Broncos, Rams. Unless the Bills can somehow, but like I said, oh my lord, the Bills are so bad defensively, man. But it's gonna be really interesting to see what happened. It really is, man. Because it's just starting to look really, really realistic that either the Broncos, the Patriots, or the Colts, one of those three is gonna win the AFC conference. It is starting to look more and more and more likely, ladies and gentlemen. So this is crazy, man. Who would have thought when this was going to start that was going to be the way it looks, man? That one of those three is probably going to win the AFC, man. Baltimore and Kansas City might not even make the playoffs. Buffalo might make it, but with a really shitty ass defense. It is crazy the way the AFC is, man. Especially, I don't think nobody saw this coming when the season started. The way the AFC to be the way it's looking right now, man. Holy free holies. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out like a light. I will talk to you tomorrow. Holla.